And let's have a look at the final part of this reading. Let's look at sentence 6. Art criticism is important because it provides students with opportunities to learn, to perceive, explore, and describe their visual world in a highly individual and unique way. This sentence tells us why art criticism is important to us. It explains what it helps us to do. So there is a joining word here which tells us a reason. It helps us to understand why. What is the joining word used here? Good. Because. So that tells us we know that a reason is coming. Art criticism is important because. What does art criticism provide students with? Good. It provides students with opportunities to learn, perceive, explore, and describe something. Learn, you know what learn means? Learn is to understand, is understanding about something new. Perceive is how we see the world. Explore is to go somewhere new that you have not been before. And describe is to talk about what you see or what you think or how you feel. Note that after the word to, each of the verbs is in the plain form. So we have the phrase opportunity to do something. So after the little word to, we have the verb in the plain form. Let's look at the next sentence. Art criticism is a vital assessment tool for development and growth in the arts. This sentence explains another use for art criticism. What kind of tool is art? Good. Vital assessment tool. What word here means important? Good. Vital means important. Let's just review, put a note here, a comment. Vital is important. Another word for important. What does this tool assess? Good. Development and growth in the arts. So art criticism is an assessment tool for development and growth. Let's look at the next sentence. Art critics analyse, evaluate, interpret and study works of art, translate or articulate the intangible to tangible. This sentence tells us what the person who critiques the art does. What verbs are used to describe the actions of the art critic? Excellent. Art critics analyse, evaluate, interpret, study. They also, They also translate or articulate the intangible to tangible. Great. So analyze means to look at the features and see how they relate to each other. Evaluate is to give an opinion about something. Interpret is to say what these features might mean, how they relate to something. Study means to look closely and learn. Translate means to put it into words that everyone can understand. And articulate means to give a voice to those ideas. So what are they doing these things to? Good. The intangible to tangible. So these two are opposites. Intangible is something that we cannot see. Let me put that here. Intangible so like an idea. It may be difficult to understand, it's not a real thing. But tangible is the opposite. It is something real or concrete that is understood. So these two things are opposite. Tangible and intangible. Tangible is real, concrete, understandable. So an art critic looks at a piece of art and goes through the critique process to help us understand it. Something we don't understand, like intangible, becomes something that we do understand, becomes tangible. So make sure you have those two words highlighted. Let's look at the last sentence. The critic acts as a mediator between art and its audience. This sentence explains the purpose of the art critic, how this person helps us, the audience, understand art. The verb here tells us the job of the art critic. What is the verb and what job does he have? Good. Acts is the verb. Acts as a mediator. So a mediator is like median or in the middle. So the mediator or intermediary works between the two, the art and the audience, to help us understand. That's the end of the reading. Now you've completed the reading, can you complete the art critique summary using some of the words that you have highlighted?